Hello students, welcome and I hope that you are doing well. So today I'm discussing about the vertebrates, the portion that was left in my last video in animal kingdom. So vertebrates, simple it is. There are animals having vertebral column. They are all vertebrates. Basically they are chordates, but some chordates, lower animals, they do not have the typical vertebral column. They are having notochords. But basically, vertebrates are having vertebral column. So these vertebrates can be divided into two major groups. One is with jaws, another is without jaws. So there can be animals which are having jaws and some are not having jaws. So A gnatha is the group. There are two groups, A gnatha and Gnathostomata. So A gnatha means animals not having jaws. Right? They are further divided into cyclostomata, class cyclostomata. But the bigger group having jaws, that is classified into two major subclass, that is your Pisces, that is fishes, and tetrapoda. Pisces again, they are can be sites or chondric sites. So these are two subclasses of Pisces, and the other tetrapoda subclass is having four classes. The Pisces subclass are having two classes, that is chondric sites and ostric sites. But this tetrapoda subclass is having four classes. Which are they? They are the amphibians, they are the reptiles, right? They are the aves and mammals. We all are mammals, so there are other animals in also this group, so we will look into that. So first of all, we start with this group only, the major group, that is Gnathostomata, that is having jaws, animals having jaws. There are some important points in the other group also, important features which are basically jawless animals, right? They are having sucking mouth, etc. So there are some few important features that you have to remember of this group, but basically we are talking about the larger group that is having jaws. So we start with Pisces, that is fishes. So the real important features you have to remember in all these classes, in all these animals. So the about fishes or the class Pisces, what are the characteristics? They are aquatic, we all know. They are cold-blooded, their temperature fluctuates with that of the environment. So that is what is meant by cold-blooded, right? They are having two-chambered heart. They breathe through gills. They are having fins, not limbs, right? Body is having scales, and the other feature is that they are of two types. One is cartilaginous, and another is bony. Cartilaginous fishes skeleton is made of cartilage, and bony fishes skeleton is made of bones. So these are the properties or characteristics of the class Pisces or fishes. So you have to remember. Basically, what you have to remember is, in all these animals, first of all, the habitat where they are located. Second, the number of chambers in the heart. Third, they are cold-blooded or warm-blooded. They breathe by lungs or by gills, they are cold-blooded or warm-blooded. So these are the features which we must remember when you are studying this animal kingdom, the vertebrates particularly. So, after the Pisces, we come to the amphibians. In tetrapoda group, in tetrapoda subclass, the first class is amphibia. Habitat is partly terrestrial, partly aquatic. So they live both on land and also in water. Second, heart is three-chambered. The early stage larva breathes through gills, but the adult amphibian breathes through lungs, right? Heart is three-chambered, as I said. They are also cold-blooded. Temperature fluctuates with that of the environment. Scales are usually not there on the body. So these are all oviparous animals. They lay eggs, right? So this is the important properties of amphibians. And then we come to reptiles. Reptiles, you have heard of snakes and crocodile and all other animals in this group, reptiles. So what are the basic characteristics, properties of reptiles? Their eggs are covered with leathery cover. Their heart is also three-chambered. They are also cold-blooded. And in reptiles, right from the early stage to adult, all the reptiles breathe through lungs, right? So these are again the important properties of reptiles. Right? They are cold-blooded, as I said. Rough horny scales are there in their body. Breathes by lungs, I mentioned just now. Heart three-chambered. Now we come to aves, that is birds. What are the characteristics of birds? Example of birds: pigeons, sparrows, crows, etc. Duck, penguin, etc. So we all know that. And they breathe by lungs. Important properties: breathe by lungs, have feathers or exoskeleton, four limbs have been modified into wings, they are having wings. The limbs have been modified into wings, and heart is four-chambered. Their heart is four-chambered and they are warm-blooded. So there is a change here, you have to remember. Birds are warm-blooded. Their temperature does not change with that of the environment. Just like ours, we are also warm-blooded. And we fall in which group? Mammals. So the next group is mammals, right? Important properties of mammals. First of all, as we mentioned just now, that is warm-blooded, heart is four-chambered, right? And aves, we discussed about the chamber of the heart is also four-chambered. So these you have to remember. Aves, four-chambered heart, mammals also four-chambered heart, and mammals are warm-blooded. They are also warm-blooded, birds are also warm-blooded, and the mammals are also warm-blooded. What are other characteristics of mammals? They give birth to young ones. That means they are viviparous, right? And hairy skin is there. Aquatic mammal is whale, is the aquatic mammal. Whale is not a fish, it is a mammal. And bat is also not a bird, it is a mammal, which flies in the air. So these two things I think you are all aware of. Mammals are viviparous. There are some exceptions. This Australian spiny anteater and duck-billed platypus, they are not viviparous. They lay eggs. That is, they are oviparous. Mammary glands are there in the mammals, warm-blooded as we just said. And muscular diaphragm is there, which separates the thorax and the abdomen. So this is also a characteristic of mammals. Breathe through lungs, four-chambered heart, but breathe through lungs. So these are the essential characteristics of mammals. So students, I end my topic here today, and will come with some other important part of your syllabus, from your syllabus. So till then, goodbye and God bless you all. Thank you very much.